Hi guys, welcome to Hannah's Homemaking. I'm Hannah, and if you're new here, welcome to this channel where we focus on a lot of homemaking projects like sewing, crocheting, knitting, everything above. So today we are going to be focusing on another sewing project. I hope you guys aren't too bored with my sewing videos already, but I've really been trying to hone in on my skill there, and I've just been really excited with all of the prints that Hobby Lobby and other fabric stores have been having, especially for the summer. So I'm very excited for that. I'm also just really wanting to expand my wardrobe a bit and try to kind of refine my style to something a little bit more, I don't know, maybe like feminine and comforting but cute. But yeah, so I've just been really wanting to create some timeless pieces that I'll love and that fit me well and I'm proud to wear. So today I'm going to be making two different things. Honestly, I am really focused today on making some jean shorts. And then tomorrow, well, maybe tonight, but probably tomorrow I'll be working on a top that kind of goes with it. The idea behind this is that I really want a cute outfit for the 4th of July fireworks because we have a really fun family tradition of going to a specific fireworks show that we love as a family. But today I went to Hobby Lobby, and my original intention, famous last words, my original intention was to make like a jumpsuit. And I was originally looking at this green linen fabric, and I was like, I love linen. I love that I had another skirt that I made out of linen that worked out really well. So I was like, I want to make something like that, but you know, obviously not the same color, and I just wanted a cute flowy jumpsuit. So I had picked up this fabric, and I was like, oh, I love it, it's so beautiful. I was stuck between this green color and then a striped blue, but I'm not super confident in stripes right now. So I was like, well, let's just go safe because today is the 2nd of July and we go to fireworks on the 3rd of July. So it's due tomorrow. So I was like, I don't want to stress out about that. I'm just going with this. And then I go down the aisles because I'm like, you know what, might as well look. And I found this gorgeous denim, printed denim. It has these cute little flowers on them, and I'm just obsessed with that. I can't even tell you guys, I'm so excited about this fabric. I have so many ideas of different things that I really want to use, but I only ended up getting 2 yards of this fabric because I was like, yeah, that'll definitely 100% be enough for my shorts that I want to make. But yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, this would be so cute as a jumpsuit, and then it would also be cute as jean shorts. And then I was like, oh my gosh, the possibilities are just endless because it just kind of reminds me of maybe 70s or 90s vibes. I'm not really totally sure what it reminds me of, but I'm obsessed with it. So I'm really happy with that. I decided not to do a jumpsuit today because the pattern that I have, I love the pattern, it's really cute, but the thing is with it that I downloaded it a long time ago as a free pattern from Pinterest, and I have the printed layout for the pieces, but I don't have the instructions. I literally have no idea where they are. I tried to look up the website, they don't have it anymore. Bootsy, stop. And so I was like, well, I could either guess, but that's gonna take me a really long time. So I was like, all right, well, I'm just gonna make the denim jeans, the jean shorts out of them. And so I'm really excited about that. And with that one, I'm going to be using the Simplicity pattern. It's a vintage 50s style pattern. You can't probably see it from here, but it's number 2. I'll get a close-up of it for you. But I made these from some old curtains that I had, and I love them. I did change the pattern just a bit for that one because they were a little bit too long for my liking and a little bit too baggy for the fabric that I was using. So I kind of made them to the way that I liked it. So I was super excited about that. I loved them. They're amazing. They're kind of like baggy. They give me, like, you know, Jurassic Park, Dr. What's her name? The gal with the cute, like, pink shirt. I can't even think of the actress's name right now, which is wild. But the gal that, you know, like, she has the cute, like, button-up shirt and, like, those really cute, like, cargo shorts. That's the idea behind these. They really do give those vibes, and I am just obsessed with them. So I was like, okay, I have to make them out of this fabric because they're going to turn out amazing. I'm convinced of it. So yeah, I'm like super excited about these. I'm gonna be working on this one today, and then tomorrow I'm going to be focusing on making the top for it. The top, I'm just gonna wing it, you guys. It might flop, it might do great, but I have like the pattern. It's literally the top of the jumpsuit that I was talking to you guys about, and I'm like, honestly, it can't be that hard. Like, that's what I'm just telling myself. So I am like, you know what, I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna turn out good. And if it doesn't, that's okay. I'll wear a totally different top with these jeans. But I'm really excited about this 4th of July outfit. But yeah, so I can't wait to have you guys follow along with this journey. I'm gonna probably make one video for the jeans, which is this one, and then I'm gonna make another video about how I'm trying to finagle the top, because that one is probably gonna take me a little bit of time tomorrow. But yeah, so enjoy my process. I'm really excited that you're here, and I hope that you really enjoy this video.
Alrighty guys, so here we are starting our jeans. I'm going to be doing a little bit something different than normal. I'm going to be doing a voiceover with, you know, kind of telling you what I'm doing as the video goes on. I'm just doing this because number one, I didn't have a lot of time to just be explaining a lot of things since I was kind of on a rushed schedule. And number two, I think it will be easier for you guys to follow along as I'm doing it. But the first step that I'm doing is working on the tucks and on the darts. Like a dart is kind of like a triangle that you mark out on your sewing pad, like on the fabric, and then you line up the two lines and sew it, and it creates more of a shaped bodice for you. For example, a lot of people use it in like if you're making like the top bodice of a shirt or a dress, you know, kind of to get the more womanly figure of your chest. But today I'm going to be using those darts for the back of the jeans, and then the tucks are for the front as well. The tucks specifically, they're kind of a little bit different because they usually only say to do it for, I think it was like 2 inches long, but I ended up doing it all the way long, like all the way down the fabric to the end of the bottom, just because I really liked how it pleated, I guess, if that's the right word. I really liked how it, you know, looks with the end product in the previous jeans that I've made with this pattern. So it worked really well, and I'm gonna do it again. Alrighty, the second step that we're going to be doing is connecting the 2 front panels and then the 2 back panels, and you know, pretty much there's a panel for each leg. So if you think about it, it's kind of like the area where your zipper is, going all the way down and kind of back up towards your backside. So we're going to be doing that. So you'll see me connecting those, and then I also am leaving space for the zipper to open, and then I'm also going to be zigzag stitching the edges, that way it doesn't fray in the future.
my friends, the next step is to add the pockets on the back. I made my own pocket template from my jeans, so I'm very excited about that. I just traced the pocket itself, and then I made a seam allowance on top of it, and then hopefully I'm going to be able to mark like a design. That way I can sew it on the pocket to make it look like traditional jeans, but I'll see how it looks. So I'm just gonna stick those guys on there and then top stitch it, and then we will attach the front and back pieces together and then add the zipper.
Cue the technical difficulties. Sorry about that, guys, but this is one of many mistakes that typically happens when I get a little bit too confident in my sewing abilities. Not really. Well, kind of. I guess just because I bought this really cute like denim colored thread that I use with the top. And I think that my sewing machine doesn't exactly like that it's so thick, so it was getting clogged frequently in the machine, but I just kind of worked through it, which is good, but obviously it's not really ideal and it's not very fast, so just bear with me. But yeah. What I'm doing here is just attaching the front part to the back part of the jeans, and stitching that and then zigzag stitching it to finish it. I almost forgot, but thank goodness I didn't. I almost forgot to put account for the space for the pockets to be put in, and that's obviously very important, or else you wouldn't have room to fit the pockets. But yes, I'm gonna do this and then I will work on the pockets after. The next step that we're doing is adding the pockets. Pretty much the process with this is that you have two pieces of like the front and back pocket, and you're attaching them to the sides first, and then you're going to be attaching it all together after that. It's kind of complicated. You can kind of see how I do this. Definitely make sure to zigzag stitch the edges once you attach them together, but the directions were pretty simple. I've tried doing pockets in a couple different ways. This seems to be one of my preferred methods so far that I've learned, but yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I also want to say that you can definitely top stitch your pockets, just the front part, not the back part, just because you want to have the front part look really nice for where you stick your hands in, and then the back part you want it to kind of lay flush against your skin. Alright, so this is the front. Ignore my water. This is just pinned in place right now because this is where the zipper is going to be. But you can see the pleat and then the pocket here.
And then the other pocket, you can see that I top stitched both sides, that way it looks really nice on the outside. I also went ahead and tacked the pocket down to the front side right here. That way these, like it creates the full waist. What I need to do is obviously attach the bottom part, and then I'm gonna try to tackle the zipper, which is always my least favorite part to do. And I've already had some technical difficulties today, so we'll see how far that gets me.
Alrighty, so what I'm doing is just attaching the bottom part of the shorts. If you don't do that, obviously it'll be a skirt, so that's really important. I did have some technical difficulties here as well, just because I thought that I was being smart with my second try on this pattern, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna shorten it a couple inches like I did with my other one. But I had cut the fabric after, but this time I was like, okay, I feel confident. I'm gonna cut my fabric just like that, like in the beginning, a couple inches shorter, and it'll work out because that's in like theoretically what I previously did. But of course, it never works like that. And my the cuffs for the bottom, they were too short, so I ended up having to re-cut out the cuff fabric, that way the cuff would fit around it. I'm not complaining though, just because like I do like the wider fit around the legs, compared to like a skinny jean fit. So it worked out in the end. I'm very happy with the product, but it was a little bit testy at times. The next step that we're doing is just adding the zipper. I do not have a very specific way of attaching the zipper. I don't really know how you do it professionally, I guess that's the word. I just kind of wing it, and go with it and try to figure out what's best for me, and have it fit well. I finagled it a lot with my previous shorts that I made from this pattern, and so I was just trying to recreate it from there. I should also say that I do not have a zipper foot on my sewing machine. It is pretty old, and it was a thrift shop find. So I don't even know if they make those types of zipper foots anymore. Hopefully, I'll be getting a new sewing machine pretty soon. But yes, just enjoy watching me kind of finagle with it. It's not pretty, but it does the job, and it actually turned out really well. It's probably my best zipper yet. Alrighty, this is the following morning. Like I said before, I got a little bit frustrated because I had to cut out more fabric than I originally intended because my little cuffs were not long enough for the leg hole. But it turned out really well, so I'm very happy with how it ended up being. Those cuffs, they lengthen the shorts about 3 inches, so they're a bit baggier and longer, which I really appreciate. But yeah, with the cuffs, you kind of have to do a little bit of mental gymnastics to kind of figure them out. But it's pretty much where you have the shorts inside out, and you're putting the little cuff fabric. You're putting it so the wrong side is facing you for the shorts itself, and then the cuff is going to be facing downward, so wrong side facing you as well, and you're going to stitch that around, and then once you flip the shorts inside out, it kind of flips everything, and you have to like fold the cuff back in on itself, and you can top stitch that, and that's what creates that kind of lining, the double lining, where there's no exposed seams. The last part that we're doing is just attaching the waistband. It's pretty much the same concept as the cuffs on the bottom of the shorts, where we're going to be attaching them in a very weird way to pretty much get enclosed seams. Um, this one's also a little bit different just because I wanted like a little button on the top, like a little snap. Um, so I added that and got it all enclosed within the fabric, and it looks great. We're pretty much finished. Alrighty guys, here we finished our shorts and now we're going to be moving on to the shirt. Um, as I said before, I'm kind of winging it on the shirt. There are no specific instructions that go along with this pattern, so I'm just gonna kind of wing it. I do say that there were some mistakes that I made, but you know, that's all in sewing, and I was able to pull it together, so I can't wait to share with you at the end what both of these beautiful garments look like. What I'm doing right now is working on the back ties for this backless shirt. Um, they really turn out to be these beautiful bows that you just tie. And so, pretty much what I'm doing is I'm taking the fabric, I'm folding it in half, and then sewing along three or two out of the three sides, and I'm going to be pulling it inside out to create that kind of ribbon, and then I can go ahead and top stitch it, that way it looks nice and clean. Alrighty guys, what I'm going to be doing right now is I'm going to be working on one side of the back panel, and those are the things that attach to the bow on the back. And so what I'm doing is attaching the outside panel to the lining, and when you flip it inside out, it creates these nice enclosed seams. Now what I'm doing is attaching the back ties to the back bodice pieces. That way it kind of creates that full back piece. And then what we're going to be doing is working on the front bodice. Working the bodice is pretty much the same thing as the back panels, where we're going to be attaching the front layer to the lining, and just sewing that around the edges, making sure that there's nice and clean edges. That way when we flip it inside out, it looks nice and enclosed. So that's what you'll be seeing me do here. Alrighty, next we are going to be attaching the front and the back panels by the shoulder seams. So you could see me kind of get a little bit frustrated here for a second because I totally forgot the fact that I needed to attach these together. And so I'm kind of unpicking that shoulder seam on one of them. That way I can kind of slip it in and make it look kind of like a seamless garment, and that way it doesn't have like an ugly seam on the side. So I just unpick it and then kind of tuck it in there on both sides and sew it together. You can also see me attaching the sides together, and to be honest, it was kind of a little bit wonky because the front was a little bit longer than the back, and so I kind of had to cut the fabric to make it completely fit flush, and that's just because this was originally supposed to be a pattern for a jumper, and so that front part was supposed to attach to the pants, and that's why I had that extra fabric on there. But I just figured that, I could cut it out and it would be as good as a top. And pretty much all I have to do is just hem the bottom part and then do the top stitching on the whole thing with green thread. That way it looks nice and completed. Alrighty guys, here are the finished products. Man, I am so proud of what we were able to accomplish. I mean, it really took me just under 24 hours to be able to complete this, which just absolutely blows my mind. But yeah, I was able to wear it to the 3rd of July fireworks, and I'm gonna insert some photos here for you now. But yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you can continue to watch my videos. I'm gonna try to branch out a little bit more into maybe some cooking, baking, maybe some knitting or crocheting for you. But I have some ideas, so we'll see. But yeah, I hope that you guys are able to like and subscribe to my channel, and that you're also able to follow my Instagram. I believe it is at Hannah's Homemaking 00, and I'll have that linked below as well. Thanks!